So in 2026, Albania is the way to go. I want to discuss some important advantages of Albania. A lot of my clients have expressed interest in the Albanian citizenship. The main reason, the main advantage why people want to grab this is because it's in Europe and this is a strong candidate for EU membership in 2028. If it joins the EU, believe me, the price of the citizenship goes in the millions. Right now, it is at the fraction of the cost, and that's why this is super attractive. Now, before I get into the whole merit-based process, which is going to be in the second half of the video, I wanted to start this off with some important advantages of Albania, the pros and cons of Albania. My focus is going to be on the pros. There's hardly any cons, but I'll touch upon some as well. Now, the outright pro is it's a beautiful country. It has beautiful beaches and stunning nature. So you absolutely can't go wrong with the beauty aspect of the country. Offers everything that you can ask for. The second most important advantage of Albania is that it's extremely safe. It's one of the safest countries in the world, and it has a peaceful environment. A lot of movies in the past, a lot of Hollywood movies talked about the Albanian mafia, etc. That's all movie-based. Expats hardly encounter any kind of serious crime. Yes, there'll be a few things here and there. That happens in any country. The most advanced country is going to have some level of crime. So in that comparison, Albania has the least, it has the lowest amount of crime that you can see out there. Super safe country, more than what you can ask for. The third one is the affordable cost of living. Obviously, at the fraction of the cost as compared to any other developed Western nation, you're looking at extreme affordability, good quality of life. High net worth individuals will particularly like Albania a lot because they can literally live like a king in Albania. They can afford a lot more. So your dollars are going to work a lot harder for you in Albania. The fourth advantage is the high quality and accessible healthcare. Now, in the Western countries, healthcare is a major issue. Yes, you have good quality healthcare, but it's not accessible. It's not affordable. You might have the insurance plans, but a lot of plans don't cover a lot of conditions, and if you had to pay out of pocket, then it's an absolute nightmare. That's not the case with Albania. Extremely affordable. Yes, you can get an affordable healthcare plan, but even if you had to pay for a service out of pocket, it's super easy to find a provider and it's super accessible. You can just find them when you need them at the right price, so you are covered from a healthcare perspective. Friendly and welcoming people. Albanians are some of the most friendly people in the world. They love that expats come to their country. Very welcoming, very warm, and very accepting people. So that really checks a very important box on a lot of people's list. It has mild climate and plenty of sunshine. So apart from those beautiful beaches, the climate is super nice and you have sunshine for most part of the year. You cannot ask for any more as far as the climate is concerned. It has a growing economy and plenty of opportunities. So a lot of people are heavily looking at Albania. They're investing in Albania. Albania does offer a pathway to fast citizenship, and that is the most attractive aspect for a lot of wealthy individuals. So they would obviously want to make use of that citizenship, invest in the country, and make sure that becomes rapidly developed. So this is the right time, in my opinion, and none of this is immigration, legal, tax, finance, or investment advice. You obviously are going to reach out to the concerned professional for advice. And alternatively, if at any point you want to get started with this option, either the residency or the citizenship, you know what to do. You can click the link, book a call, we can have a quick chat and get you started with either a residency or your citizenship by merit option. Yes, we specialize in this. We partner with the right authorities to get you the benefit that you are looking for. And ultimately, this country offers you a great lifestyle, a good life at less stress. So the stress levels are significantly lower because, again, it's more affordable, it's cleaner, it's nicer, it's beautiful. The political climate is pretty muted. Not a lot of nonsense or noise coming out of Albania like you hear in some of the Western countries. It's a super safe and a less stressful environment, which you are going to appreciate coming from outside into this country. When an expat enters a country, the first thing they're looking for is to reduce any amount of stress that they're carrying with them. And Albania offers a perfect environment just for that. Now, before I jump into the merit option, what is the procedure, what is the time frame, and other details, please do me a favor. Now, if you feel that this channel provides valuable information to you, helps you make decisions for a good life, then check your subscription. And if you aren't yet subscribed, please turn it on. It makes a big difference to the channel. It also helps me get you valuable content on time. Now, one of the biggest advantages of the citizenship by merit option in Albania is that it's super fast. Usually in 4 to 6 months, you can wrap up the entire process. Now, the merit process is not unique to Albania. This is in the constitution and the law for a lot of European countries, but easier said than done. A lot of EU countries make it virtually impossible to succeed with a citizenship by merit unless you know the people involved or you are an extremely high investor. The only couple of countries in the EU that monetize the merit aspect is Malta to some extent. You can put a number to it. Let's say you put it between 1 million and 2 million, then you can still do the Malta option through merit. Alternatively, you also have the Austrian citizenship by merit option in the EU. The prices are much higher with Austria. But coming back to the cheaper ones, right, the affordable ones, the only two real countries in this region are Albania and Serbia. Now, Serbia is more accessible, but Albania is the newer one. And I personally feel that the Albanian citizenship is more premium than the Serbian citizenship. And that's my feeling. Now, don't ask me the reason why I feel that way. Everyone feels differently. And let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the Serbian citizenship or do you prefer the Albanian citizenship? I, hands down, any day prefer the Albanian citizenship for various reasons. I discussed some of the advantages earlier. So that makes this the best choice as far as I'm concerned. Now, how does this citizenship work? What is the basis? Now, basis is in the constitution. This works based on merit, skill, or contribution. So if the cause that you're contributing towards is a sensible amount, right? You're investing a good amount of money towards a certain cause. The cause itself is a cause for merit. It significantly impacts Albania in a positive way. So of course, the provider is going to create a project, is going to create a significant benefit. And if you're contributing to that cause and you do have some sort of a background, you have a clean background, you have a noble cause that you're contributing towards, then of course it's all about documenting this or drafting this, showing the merit that you have, showing the contribution that you have, or the special contribution that you're creating for the country, and that potentially creates a pathway for an approval for this type of citizenship. The third major advantage of the citizenship by merit aspect is fewer documentations. Is more private as compared to other countries. Other countries with a CBI have to conform to certain rules and regulations set forth by the Western countries like US. A bunch of EU countries have given certain set or disclosure requirements to a lot of the Caribbean CBI programs. So they have to act according to those rules and regulations or their visa free would be terminated. But here, because this is not a pay for a passport scheme, these guys can have the luxury of having their own simple, straightforward process. So less bureaucracy, straightforward process, less documentations as compared to some of those busted and tainted options which have to conform to the requirements set forth by the Western countries. That obviously is in your favor because then your citizenship remains private. It's legal, it's private, and it's personal. It's a personal bond between you and the country that's awarding you citizenship, which is obviously Albania in this case. A straightforward legal process. So because this is a premium merit-based or an exceptional citizenship, it works much faster and it works in a more straightforward manner. And that is what the teams involved are tasked with. They create the merit-based application and then the process works very straightforward, very streamlined. Minimal bureaucracy and delays. Now, as I said earlier, because this is a merit-based special or a significant contribution to a cultural component of the country, this obviously is a premium application, and any premium application in any country is streamlined for a reason. It works much faster. It creates an incentive to the applicant, to the investor, to the contributor in this case. No long residency requirement. Of course, now this one is straightforward because your special contributions are speaking for itself. You're not required to spend all those years residing in the country, satisfying residency requirements, and more importantly, for wealthy individuals, it's about the tax residency. So, no tax residency required. You're directly jumping all those hoops and you're directly applying for a special merit based citizenship. Everything that you seek happens after. So, you want to be a tax resident, live in the country. That's completely or entirely up to you. Once you become a citizen, you are set free. You can either live in the country, invest in the country without being a tax resident. And if you choose to physically live in the country, then you obviously can opt to be a tax resident. However, a lot of people would not want to be a tax resident of Albania. It's a transparent and a lawful framework. So clearly in their law, in their constitution, there are three things, right? Merit, contribution or special contribution or significant contribution to a cultural cause. All those requirements qualify, and of course legally and lawfully you can acquire this nationality. This is one of the fastest routes to citizenship. 4 to 6 months is not bad by any stretch. If you compare this with the Serbian option, Serbia does require you to establish some sort of a residency and then you file for your application. Here this is more straightforward, more streamlined. That is also one of the reasons why I do prefer Albania over Serbia, and I think Albania is a more stronger candidate or is likely to join the EU faster, in my opinion, as compared to Serbia. So that again gives this an edge. Now, at any point in time, as I said earlier, if you're looking to start this process, you can always reach us. We can have a quick chat and get you started with this option. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and catch you in the next one.